Okay, where were we? Um. Alright, we're gonna whip these NCR troopers into shape. Let's see if we can even find any.
Hello. Howdy, great to see you. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness. That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen. They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life. Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
Sounds like a good kid.
Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers.
Toodaloo. Oh, I'm not the only one that says that.
What you want, Holmes? We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Shit, maybe you're right. Guess I ought to give him a shot. Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know. I joined up to get out. My family's still back there. Shit, honey, it was this or the Fiends. The Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way, the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side. What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical. Like I said, you get the juice, we'll cut loose. My man Jack at Red Rock Canyon got the goods. But listen, once you get folks dosed on Psycho, ain't a lot of room for much else. So if you got any other plans for bulking up the Misfits crew, might want to see about them first. Whatever.
Huh.
Hey. Haven't seen you around before, soldier.
Okay, so let me get this straight. One guy says everyone just needs to get along. The dude with the hard background says everyone needs to do drugs. So I'm curious what she's going to say.
I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything. Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. You really think so? Hell, I guess it's worth a shot.
Boom. Well, I can't really say science because I just talked the hell out of her.
Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it?
Well, isn't she just chipper?
Yeah, what about it? I told you we need marksmanship and explosive handling improvements. Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be pulled in different directions. Okay.
Okay, so...
Hello. I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you?
Is that the voice actor for... Illidan?
In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. You're trying to appeal to my ego. I must admit it's an effective tactic. All right, I'll help. But only because I want to see if it's even possible. To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need. It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war.
He's got a point.
And what do you propose?
It occurs to me that I might cheat.
Howdy, great to see you. Boy, the squad sure is working together a lot better now. I think we're gonna be A-okay.
Boom! Oh man, I'm so close to leveling.
The squad really seems to be working together better. It's nice
I
for a
trust
change.
you're satisfied with the squad's newfound teamwork. It's almost entirely...
This camp's pretty big. I don't suppose I'm able to take any of this, am I? Yeah, probably not. Let's go talk to the sergeant there. He might give me some shit.
Hello? Well, their test scores are only marginally improved, but I'm hearing good things about the Misfits' teamwork.
So that's it? I'm a bit disappointed. Let's actually go into the building here and see if we can get something else to do. Side quests are where it's at.
Hey.
Don't tell the troopers, but the grub here is way better than the mess team.
When you steal NCR equipment, tools, and personal property, you are his bitch. I love that. It's the best motivational poster. Oh my god. All this ammo. Should they have a fire that close to the ammo? I feel like that's a bad idea. Who is this? Is that Liberty Prime? What else we got here? Women of the NCR. Every one of you serves is a a slap across Caesar's face. Tan is hot, ladies. The Legion awaits at the gates of hell at the NCR is gonna send them in. The NCR needs you strong. Do not eat irradiated food. But those sugar bombs are just so delicious. Nope. Boop, boop.
Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on? A lot of fucking rangers in here. I think a couple of them would be... more of them would be on the front line. Oof. I could take that combat knife, that's all I saw.
Hello.
I can sleep in that bunk bed.
Hello.
That armor is worth a lot. Ah! I had to take it. The helmet's a little dirt, but... You can mod armor? I did not know this.
Hey.
Look at all the friggin' food you guys got in here. Crunchy fruit. It's not stealing if I really, really needed it, right?
Evening.
There is a lot of freaking NCR Rangers here. Ooh, some parties in here. That's the biggest bathtub I've seen. Someone took a monster shit there. Sexy sleepwear. The hell are these guys doing in here? Someone is doing some drugs. Like, a lot of them. There's so much shit in here. Why can't I steal you? Broken terminal. Okay, nice meth lab in here. From the looks of it. And there's a toaster in the bathtub. That's nice. Someone trying to off themselves. That safe? I can't open the safe. Can't see what's inside the safe.
Hello?
All the inside rangers look like super pissed.
Hello?
Is there really no one in here I can talk to? It's just all normal rangers.
Haven't had any reports from Station Charlie in a while. Everything's okay.
Everything's not okay, they're dead. So...
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now. Looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you?
Do you ever stop talking? What a dick. Why is that an option?
Folks around here call me the chief, but handling's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water. It's a simple system when it works. Patrol Rangers radio intel to ranger stations. Comm Rangers send the intel up the station chain until it reaches Camp Gulf. Then I or one of the other Rangers on duty organize the data, evaluate it, and send information to camps or troopers in the field. Comm Rangers might have an incomplete picture of the situation. There's a lot going on out there. Intel needs to be coordinated through Gulf so we can verify and advise appropriately. Troopers have enough to deal with. We don't want them questioning their intel. The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be, except with books and medicine instead of guns. Out to the Grand Canyon, he met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest. Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. That's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam. Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went. It's not that clear-cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
Well, that definitely means that he's still alive. He's got to be still alive.
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore, just like any other tribe that gets swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is the chief, father, God, all rolled into one.
Well, at least he's thorough.
It's no secret we've had better campaigns. Holding this whole length of river isn't easy. We're stretched thin and the long 15 just keeps getting longer. Slow to get supplies, slower to get reinforcements. NCR's Senate has got funds tied up at the boneyard. And President Kimball ordered our most experienced rangers to chase ghosts down in Baja. Senate elections are coming up. Local representatives don't want to push any more funding to the Mojave campaign because it's unpopular. Most of the folks around the boneyard haven't been to New Vegas and probably never will. All they know is that their money gets sucked away to this desert and their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters die here. It's complicated. It goes way back. I told President Kimball that we need more rangers here. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol rangers are good men and women, but we're about to fight a war. You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even have proper service rifles or armor. Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR territory protecting the interests of Brahmin barons against small-time raiders. Brahmin barons only have one vote at the ballot box, but they have a lot of money to throw around.
Yeah, it sounds sounds like American politics.
Not too long ago, they took Nelson and Searchlight. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado, and the monstrosity on the hill across the lake. That's for Caesar. Some folks don't believe he's here yet, but you can tell. He's the eye of the storm. It all roils and spins around him. You don't have to see the man to see the effect he has. Nelson was barely set up. We had a big stretch of unprotected land between Forlorn Hope and Searchlight, and Nelson was the solution. A deaconess named Dead Sea took the place and caused a lot of damage. Searchlight was worse. One of Caesar's Frumentari must have found something in there. Flooded the whole camp with radiation.
That's fucked up.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time. But at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
I've already listened to you talk for like the last 10 minutes. I'm sure I can handle a little bit more.
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers. It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. They would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 rangers on the way out. 10 rangers, 5 men with .308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could, and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good. In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham.
One sec. Okay. Hey, Psycho Gods. No. I actually don't drink coffee. Long day at work. Long day at work will do that to you. I'm actually starting to get warm. It's like 30 degrees outside. But I do have this. This is my coffee. Okay, I think I exhausted him of talking points. Six. Oh. Wasteland. When you use energy weapons, you are more likely to recover drained ammunition. You're also more efficient in recycling recipes. It's kind of dumb. You're able to optimize your Pip-Boy's VATS logic, reducing all AP costs by 10%. That's pretty tight. As a Purifier of the Wasteland, you do 50% damage with melee and unarmed against Caesar's Night Stalker Spore Plants. Damn. Kind of like that one. There's another one that I had to grab early. Comprehension. I think that's the one I wanted. But you know what? Let's go with Bloody Mess. Okay, Camp Forlorn was pretty much a bust. There's not, like, anything here. What? Is that a cockroach?
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Sweet! Whoa, look at the size of this one. %1 chance. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm gonna totally die from stinging now. Where to? Already went to Camp Forlorn, and they were pretty okay. Let's... I'm gonna go back to Novak real quick, sell some shit. Then we'll go check out the RepCon headquarters there.
Hey there. Need anything?
Just got a knife. Have this bandana.
Watch out.
What? Watch out for what? What do you... I don't see anything. What are you freaking out about, dude?
Whoa.
I'm so confused.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Jessup's bandana? No, we'll hold on to that. Oh shit. Can always buy a few stim packs off her.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Hey Psycho, what do you think I should wear for a hat? The first recon beret, the Jessup's bandana, the ranger hat, or the combat helmet, which I'm currently sporting. Does Boone have anything?
Fine by me.
Yeah, I think I gave Boone some stuff.
Fine by me.
I didn't give anything to Edie, did I? Answer me, Psycho! Psycho gods. What's in there? Put that in there. Do I have any leather armor in here? No? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't. I do like it though. I think I'll keep it for right now. Ooh, excuse me. What? Is that here? Is it because it's midnight?
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
I don't think... Does he have any weapon mods? I don't think he does. Oh, Cowboy Repeater. It decreases the weight. That is a really powerful and expensive weapon. Holy shit, he has a lot of stuff. Is there any leather armor? Probably not, right? Yeah. Ooh. It's got an iron sight now. Ooh, fancy. Anyway, let's go check out the Repcon headquarters.